Hey guys, Endless Reviews here. It's been like all day, but yeah, I finally can get around to this. So yeah, this is gonna be a review for Trinity 7, chapter 67, I believe. So like, the numbering they're off. So like, if you look the chapter up, it'd be like say 68, but then chapter 4 it would say 67, but next to it it'd be like when you start reading it, it would actually be 66. But yeah, that or I'm completely wrong. Who knows? But yeah, so chapter actually starts off kind of weird. Weirdly, that or there's like another chapter missing or something. Where this chapter is called High Level Girl in Dark General. So yes, like the reason it feels like a chapter is missing is because this one starts off with um, Lisa and the snake woman. I can't remember her name, but she has like transformed into this giant creature, which can't even be really like described. Can't like describe how this thing looks. But yeah, so Lisa looks more like a Demon King kind of character now with this transformation. Or a succubus, one of the two. But yeah, so essentially, um, apparently she's like broken now, because yeah, the lady, snake woman, can't remember her name to save my life. I may have wrote it down somewhere. But yeah, she goes to attack Selena, and then Lisa protects her, and then they're like essentially getting pushed back because they get attacked. But Lisa uses chrono calculation, but she breaks through it by telling her there's like errors in it, or that chrono calculation has errors. But yeah, let me see if I wrote it anywhere. But yeah, so what Lisa says, in my hand, an eternal moment, and then she uses chrono calculation. Then the lady, or the snake woman, she just like easily breaks through it, telling her like it has, or the delay in chrono calculation produces errors. So yeah, she breaks into it, and then Lisa says she took that into account, and then she like closes her hand, and then all of a sudden you see just like essentially everything that's happened, like up to that point where she arrives, saves Selena, like seemingly everything up to the moment she used chrono calculation. It shows like as like frames or images, and then all of a sudden there's like this. Not even sure how to explain it. But yeah, you see after she transformed, and then Selena is just like, time turned back. And so apparently Lisa turned back time with that move. And she says that it's called Ball Reincarnate. Yeah, can't say that word. Ball. And then yeah, the lady, she's like, a composite spell, your own original logos art, is it? And then Lisa, looking nice, says, heh, a spell born from the love between her and Articuno. Even if you don't understand it, it's useless, Founder Senpai. And then, yeah, the other one, Founder, as I will call her because I don't know her name, says, Arta, the Magic King candidate. Impossible. The nature of this magic power is instead from that person. And then, yeah, Founder says that, or Lisa says, that person, you mean the true Magic King? And then the Founder says, an event outside of my measurements has intruded into my prediction. And then she says, let us defer this Trinity 7. If the prediction comes true, then your Magic King candidate, perhaps. And then she's like disappearing. And then she doesn't finish it and just vanishes. And yeah, Lisa and Selena, or Lisa is like thinking, and Selena's just like, "Eh, what does that mean?" And then the the lady seems to have like reformed, but she's like unconscious. It looks like. And then you have Lisa thinking outside his measurements. The true Magic King or Articuno? Like, out of which one's measurements though? And then Selena's like, sis, and Lisa's just like, anyway, it's good that Selena's okay. And she's just like, yeah, thanks for saving me. And then it goes over to Akio fighting with the leader of the Malebranche. And apparently they had a different type of match, so she has managed to break all of his weapons, so he says it's her win. She's like, is that all you got? As you see, like, a pile of his weapons behind her. So yeah, he pretty much gives up because it was essentially a strength contest they were having. And yeah, even Octo's like, are you really going to admit defeat that simply? And then he says, this Trinity 7 challenged me openly, and I accepted it. If you do not call this defeat, then what would you call it? And Octo is just like, is that so? And then he gives back the Ilias fragment. He's like, naturally, that is your right. Which is good to know that he's chivalrous. So, like, keeps up his end of the bargain. And so, yeah, then Akio says, yeah, Akio. I keep forgetting Akino and Akio mixed up because they have like the same kind of hairstyle thing. And yeah, so Akio says, so there's 5 left of you all who have the Ilias fragments, and then he says, I felt Miglione's magic power burst just now as if she had been defeated. Most likely 4 remain. And Ilias says, 2 of us have already been rescued so quickly. And then Akio asks him, well, it was good you're the type who wants to compare strength, so we could just have a match. Are the others among you like that? And he replies, no, due to the theme each of us studies, our methods of confrontation differ. So, like, because each one studies a different theme, each one has a different way of fighting, essentially. And so, yeah, Miglione, that was the lady that Lise defeated. Because he says, Miglione, for example, says, I want to eat mages and rampage. Or he says, yeah, he actually says, Miglione, for example, says, I want to eat mages and rampages. So, like, yeah. And then Akio just says, and she already got beaten, that's good, that's good. And yeah. He then goes on, or gets asked, but why does the Malebranche attack us? Has the Magic King already woken up? And then he replies, we also believe that with Radix Astel's awakening, the true Magic King will be revived. And so now we get like some kind of info on why they're attacking them. So yeah, he says, that day the impact of tremendous magic crossed all 9 layers. We rejoiced thinking that the true Magic King had come to life. So something caused a huge shockwave to them. Yeah. And then he says, but his grimoire said he had been sleeping for a long time, and so our true Magic King had not yet awakened. And it says, at this, the Malebranche were somewhat perplexed, but Radix Astil had received a command from the true Magic King. Therefore, we decided to welcome our master. Go welcome our master. And then, yeah, Akio's like, not awake yet. And so Akio asks her, are you worried about something? And she says, yeah. And then Akio asks him, hey, Melakota-san. And he's like, And she says, the Malebranche were all sleeping, right? And Malakola, I think is how you say it, Koda, says, indeed, we have been waiting long years for the true Magic King to awaken, so that we may march upon the the outside world. And so she asks him, is there anyone who might have woken up before Radix? And then he says, regarding that, the one most likely to have roused first is the second in command. Like, woken up first. Which is Aberracia, who is fighting Lilith currently. And yeah, so we got 2 chapters this time. So Lilith is fighting Aberracia, and she fires and says, incarnate Terraric Buster, and it's just like, nice magic power, but you haven't mastered the Magic King element yet. Yeah. And so she uses White Universe, which that surprised me. Because I first saw that and thought Mira came and saved them. Helped them. But apparently it was Aberracia using it. And so yeah, Ilya's like, what, that spell? And then she jumps in front of Lilith to shield her and take some damage. And then while Lilith's saying Ilya-san, Aberracia gets behind Lilith and says, looking away from a strong opponent is dangerous, you know. And then she uses something called White Castling, which is weird looking because it looks like it just binds them together. And yeah, Lilith's like, this really is. And she says, or Aberracia says, that's right, it's Gehenna Scope, a spell your comrade also uses, right? And then she says, the Witch of Witches has mastered all kinds of spells from around the world, even... And then you see these, like, 3 magic-looking spell crest things appear. Magic circles. And then Ilya yells out, Tetras Pente Hex. Okay, so those are the sisters, not magic circles. And yeah, then Aberracia is like, got this crazy look and saying, since she took care of you like daughters, having you as hostages made beating her easy. Yeah. And then Lilith says hostages. Aberracia is saying, giving up her life for things like a bunch of grimoires, even the strongest and most evil witch is just filled with stupidity. Then you have Ilya crying, saying, everyone mother. And then Lilith says, grimoires are not just things. To us mages, they're precious partners, comrades, and family. Ridiculing grimoires who are like precious family right in front of me. I won't forgive that. Blech. And she says, Incarnate Buster Code Azazel. Cool. And so, yeah. Then there's just like this, like a beam of light shoots up into the sky and then falls down. And then you have Abracia being like high-powered bombardment magic, even at yourself. And so she gets out of the way because doesn't want to take the damage. And then you have Abracia looking shocked and saying, "You, that form." And Lilith says, "I won't lose to you, Abracia-san." And see, like her hair is turned like white. And you see like the claw kind of looking hand. And she's saying, "I, daughter of a magic king, will show you the essence of Luxuria." Yeah. And so, yeah. See Lilith in what looks to be her magic king attire, which is essentially just like, not really sure how to describe it. It's like the armor, but missing like the whole torso part. But yeah, pretty sure that's the end of this. Nah, there's a little bit more. Okay. Yeah, sorry. So then Aberration is just laughing and saying, "How interesting. Magic King's successor, Lilith Azazel." Yeah, Azazel. That's how I'll say it. And yeah, that's the end of chapter 68. Or, yeah, it's titled 68, so I don't know. Overall, pretty good chapter. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Be sure to leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe for more anime and manga reviews from the channel, and I will see y'all later.